Avengers Age of Ultron is garbage, folks.
Is it an alligator or a crocodile? I don't know the difference, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask.
Look at that. That is a werewolf, folks. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Den of Geek Presents Marvel Standom Live. I'm Mike Cicchini, the editor-in-chief of denofgeek.com, and with me this week, for all time and always, until they get sick of me, we've got Den of Geek News and Features editor Kirsten Howard, Den of Geek TV editor Alec Bajalin, and welcome back, brilliant pop culture writer, Den of Geek contributor, all-around good guy, Mr. Joe George. Kind of a slow news week for Marvel. We dissected Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 pretty thoroughly last week. Movie had a respectable, if unspectacular, opening weekend at the box office. So we're going to dive into the archives again because we had such a good time talking about The Incredible Hulk Returns. Well, everybody except Alec had a good time talking about The Incredible Hulk Returns. We're going to talk about the lost Marvel crossovers that never happened in movies and TV. Kirsty, I promise not to destroy your run of show this week, so take it away.
So our penultimate crossover that never happened was a third Fantastic Four movie, the Tim Story ones, that would have had Black Panther and Wakanda. The reason this didn't happen is because the second one was so shit.
Okay.
I was so excited for these movies when they were coming out, and they sucked.
I can imagine you as a Fantastic Four fan must have been deeply depressed by these movies, Mike.
Then they're not even like enough for me to get like that depressed about. They're just so bland. You know what I mean? And I know that their heart's in the right place. You know, obviously Chris Evans is a fantastic Johnny Storm. And, you know, Michael Chiklis is a terrific Ben Grimm. Like Rise of the Silver Surfer is not good, but Doug Jones, like, is just no more perfect casting for the Silver Surfer than that, right? The Roger Corman FF is still the best FF movie.
No, the best FF movie is The Incredibles. Like, these movies sucked anyway, but like it really can't have helped that like The Incredibles came out the year before Fantastic Four and just kneecapped it. Like it's like the best version of the format possible.
I want to mount a small defense, small, to the Tim Story Fantastic Four movies. I agree with you. Okay, the casting of Reed and Sue and especially Doom are horrible. That's a perfect object lesson. Why you don't try to ground some superhero characters. You cannot take a guy named Victor Von Doom and try to make him fit in the real world. And that's exactly why, because he becomes petulant and whiny instead of imperious. So all of that is absolutely true. Galactus shouldn't be a cloud. I'm with you with all of that. But Tim Story's really good at directing hangout scenes. And I think the scenes where the team is just hanging out, especially the montage we get where Ben and Johnny are playing pranks on each other, is utterly delightful. There are many things that I want to see in a Fantastic Four movie, and neither one of those get them. But the one that I'm most worried about making it into translation is just the antagonistic relationship between Ben and Johnny in particular. I mean, you get the bit in the first one where Johnny's trying to figure out how to tickle Ben so they slaps himself in the head. That's hilarious. And they just devote multiple shots to it. And that's that kind of character building that I want. And then in the second one, you get the bit where they're doing like the Super Skrull thing and they're all changing their powers. And the way that Ben and Johnny are swapping the Thing powers back to one another, that's exactly the rapport that I want. So yes. I think Tim Story he's not well suited for big superhero action direction, and I'm looking forward to another director getting it. But whoever takes over next, they have to include those parts. And I don't want those movies completely forgotten, because the family aspects of the Fantastic Four, which are so important, are played so well in those movies. And so I would kind of like to see this, especially if you got Djimon Hounsou as T'Challa.
Oh,
More Djimon Hounsou is
yes.
always good. That guy should be an A-list star. He's amazing. So I want this one. I'm pro this one.
That's the thing that makes me excited about what this could have been, is the idea of Djimon as T'Challa. Like, that would have been kind of awesome to see.
Yeah, it's sad that Djimon has only had that minor role in the MCU. It really feels wrong. He's so great.
His voice acting on the What If episode with T'Challa becoming Star-Lord is hilarious. He's so funny. And I've never really seen him in that mode. Usually he's kind of playing a serious dude. And he was so funny in that. He's so great. So underused.
Might have gotten robbed on this one. You know, Fox Civil War, maybe less so. But this one, you know, I don't know if it could have saved the franchise, but it would have been cool. We are at Marvel Standom on Twitter and Instagram. Drop us a line. Let us know your burning questions and what you want us to cover in upcoming episodes. Don't forget to also check out our DC show. DC Standom is available on all major podcast platforms. And check out Talking Strange, our paranormal, unexplained, and horror show hosted by the brilliant Aaron Sagers. Now, if you came in late, you'll be able to watch this entire episode on denofgeek.com or at our YouTube home, Den of Geek US. And don't forget, you can check out past episodes there and also wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you once again to our sponsor, eBay. Thanks to Andrew Halley, the best producer in the multiverse. Special shout out, Michael R. makes the podcast version of this show, for those of you listening later, all it can be. We thank you for putting up with everybody in the comments, keeping us in line, keeping me on my toes. But most of all, thank you all for watching, listening, following, and subscribing. This has been Marvel Standom on the Den of Geek Network. Until next time, remember, folks, stand together.